Let's work with the strings today. So strings are very simple and very easy to understand and easy to learn, as easy as Python itself is. So there's no character type in Python. Either you enclose text in single quote or double quote. In both cases, this is going to consider it as a string. So let's create a string with double quotes first. This is string, and let's also create a string with single quotes. So in both cases, it's going to take it as a string. Now let's see, it says I am also a string. Now in order to test whether it's taking both of these as a string, we are going to use the function type. So type in Python tells the type of variable or of an object that you have used. So here we have used a string. So I'm really thankful to VS Code that it tells me the type here and to the extension pack as well. So let's print type of a string. Let's print this, and it tells me that it belongs to the class string. Now let's test its type. This type as well. This also belongs to string. Now let's use the basic concatenation operator. So plus is used to concatenate the strings. So for example, I say print a string, add this, or concatenate a string 2 with this. So let's check the concatenation. This is string and I'm also a string, so it has concatenated both of the strings. Now you have to remember one thing, that you cannot concatenate different data types. So if this is string and this is integer, you won't be able to do this. So let's say I'll say age is 28 and I'm going to concatenate age with this. Now if we use this, if you try this, it's going to throw an error because you can only concatenate a string, not integer to a string. So we'll do typecasting. So it's very easy. You can simply make it string and print it. Now you can see that this 28 age has been converted to this string, and now this is also been concatenated to this. So we have learned two basic methods. One is concatenation and another was type, and now we can check the length of a string as well. If you want to check the length, just simply use len function, length function, and this will tell you the length of the string. Now if you see here, 14th is the length of this first string. Let's just remove this, we don't need this anymore. Now I am saying this is a string in a world, and now I want to find something. For example, I am creating a variable and I am giving it a value is. I want to find this in this string. So I would create another variable is found. That would automatically detect the type, depends on the value that you provide. So I'm saying find me in a string. So if find me means is, this is present in a string, this will return true. So let's print this and let's test this. So it's returning true because is present in a string. So if I say IAS and I try to print this, it will return false because this is not present in the above string. Now there is another method, not in. So if you want to find, if you want to know that a certain part is not present in a string, so you can simply use not in. So this is not in the above string, it means that this is going to return true. Let's test it, and it's returning true. Now let's make it false. Since I will say, okay, I'll say world. Now the world is present in the above string. Here world not in a string, is it true? No, it's false, because world is present in the above string. So let's test this, and it's returning false. Well, this was a very basic function about searching or finding something. So now there's a operator which is used to multiply the string. When I say multiply the string, it means that repeat the string the times that you have provided. So for that you use asterisk, and if you write 2, this is going to print it twice. Let's run this and see. You can see this has been printed twice. Or if you want to make it more, you can do that, and this will print it that many times. Let's clear the console. Now we are going to use the placeholders or escape operators, or whatever you call them. So there are basically 3 placeholders or escape operators. %s is used for string, %d is used for integer, and %f is used for float. So let me define a string where I will say my name is %s, means the value that I'm going to give, comma, my age is %d, the integer that I'm going to give, because my age would be an integer, and my weight is, I'd say %f, the third parent that I'm going to give. So after that you are going to use the %sign. So after the %sign you need to provide values to the parameters. So my name is John, my age is 28, and my weight is 75.8 kg. So now let's try to print this string, and you can see that this is printed. My name is John, the value of %s, my age is 28 for the d, and my weight is 75.8 kg. Now we are going to use some string functions. So there are many string functions, so let's create a string. Let's say hello world. So the first string function that I'm going to use is to convert this string into uppercase. So in order to do that, you need to write the variable name and then just simply upper. So it's going to convert this string into the uppercase. Let's run this, and you can see that hello world has been converted into uppercase. Same goes with lower, same goes with capitalize. There are many functions that you can use. So it has capitalized. First let's give this string spaces, try to print this. You can see that we have a space here, we also have a space here. So if you need to remove these spaces, just need to use the strip function. Now if you check it, the white spaces that are in the beginning or are in the end have been removed. Now we are going to use another function, which is, for example, say this is hello world, and now I want to check if it starts with something. So let's say does it start with D? Yes, it does. But does it start with H? No, it doesn't. So it returns false for that. So same goes with ends with. So does it ends with D? Yes, it does. It should say true. Right, there you go. Does it ends with T? No. So it's going to return false. Now we are going to use the case sensitivity in this function. So if you say D and if you check that does it end with D, it would say no, because the ends with and starts with are the case sensitive functions. Now we will use the find function. So if you find something in a string, so for example say I want to find I, the string, and if I run this, it's going to tell me that I is present on the second position, so 0, 1 and 2. So if I'm going to search for D, it's going to tell me that it's located on the 18th position. So if you count it from 0, the D would be on the 18th index. Now we will use another function of this string, that is replace. If you want to replace something with something, then you need to pass two parameters. First is the parameter that you want to replace. Second is the parameter that you want to change with. So I will change is with was, and if I run it, you can see that here is and is converted into was. So this was and this was is converted. So now if I want to change this, I will give it space, give it this space as well, so that I can only change this. So now if you run this code, you can see that only this has been changed, because here it has searched for not only is, but it has also searched for the space here. So now we are going to use the function split. So what it does, it splits a string into a list. So if you're not familiar with the list, we are going to cover list in our next video, but list is just like an array. For example, it's a list and it's enclosed in these braces, and you can add like value 1, and then you can add value 2, and then you can access them by the index. So this was just the example. So because split function is going to convert this string into a list, so these words are at the moment separated by a space, so I'm going to split it with space. So let's check it. So here you can see that it has given me the list. Here this is hello world. So the reverse function of split is join. So if you want to join a string, I would say join key. My join key is space, and I would use this join key. I will paste this list that we have copied from console. I want to split, I want to join this with this list. So as splitted the string with spaces, I'm going to join the list with this space. So all the values in the list are going to be merged into a string separated by a space, because I say join key, join it with a list. Let's test it. So if you run this code, you can see that this is printed hello world. Now we are going to use slices. So slice for string is like locating characters in string or fetching characters in string. Let me explain this to you. So slicing is done with these large braces. So if you put 0 here, it's going to get the first character in the string, because you know that indexing starts with 0. So let's experiment with this. So I would say print. First I need to define a string, and this is my new string. I would say print this. So first we'll print this so that we can see that this is printing properly. Now I want to access this t. So t is present on the 0 index, so we would say 0. So I'll say access only the string on 0 index. So the t is on the 0 index. Let's run this. So it will should say t. So you can change the index. You can say 4, but there's space on 4th index, so if you say 2 and you run it, it's going to give you I, because I is present on the 2nd index. So if you say 3 and then run it, it's going to give you the S. You can also do it in a reverse order. So the last character in the string, its location is always -1, so it starts with -1. Indexing starts with 0, and from the reverse order it starts with minus, so the -1. So the -1 would be the last character in the string. Let's test it. So you can see the G is the last index, and you can go on with that. As you can see, N is the second last. Okay, now we'll talk about range. So for example, I want to print from here to here. So I would count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So from 5 to, let's say, 10. So you can see that this is printed from 5 to 10. So the first parameter for this would be the index, that would start from 0, but the second parameter would be the number of the string, or you can say that this index would start from 1, or either you can say that the character present on the location 10 minus 1, or on the present on the location 9. And this is how Python is sometimes weird. So the fifth character is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th character is I. You can say I, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 character is space. So let's make it 11 to make sure that it's not printing something else. It's, if you count it, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. It was supposed to print till n, but because it takes -1, or start the index with 1. So the second option for the range is that you want to start from a certain index, but you are not giving it the end, so it's going to print it till end. Let's print it. You can see that it started from the 3rd index, that is S, and to the end of the string. Same can go with the reverse order. I want to print it till the 12th index. Now this time you'll see that this is printed. This is my n. So this was the basic slicing. So this was all about strings in Python. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.